Hello and welcome to the 5th news broadcast of the UFLS channel. My name is Vũ Thị Châu Sa, lecturer of the English faculty, staying with you throughout the program. Here are the highlights of the 5th news broadcast for Q1 of 2022. 8th meeting session of the University Council of UFLS UD. Meeting on summarizing the party developing activities of 2021. UFLS English Language Teaching Program granted AUNQA accreditation. UD leaders working with UFLS on key tasks of 2022. Workshop on UFLS UD draft plan for digital transformation for period from 2021 to 2025. 2022 Lunar New Year meeting. On March 29, 2022, the University Council of UFLS UD Working Term 2020-2025 held the 8th meeting session in order to report the results of implementing the University Council's resolutions promulgated at the 8th meeting session and to approve some document under the University Council authority. The University Council had a presentation on the draft development strategy of the university towards 2025 and the vision to year 2035. The meeting participants also listened to a settlement report and financial report for year 2021 and a report on policies for admission orientation and training scope in 2022. On the afternoon of January 24, 2022, the University of Foreign Language Studies solemnly held the meeting on summarizing the party developing activities and deploying major tasks of 2022. At the meeting, Associate Professor Dr. Trần Hữu Phúc had the summary report on the party developing activities of 2021. In spite of the complex situation of COVID-19 pandemic and natural disasters, the university's party committee led and guided the party cells of departments and faculties within the university towards successful accomplishment of many targets set by the resolution on orientations and missions of 2021. This fruitful result was also credit to the strong consensus and solidarity as well as great efforts of all the university staff, lecturers, and students. The English Language Teaching Program of UFLS UD has officially been granted accreditation by ASEAN University Network Quality Assurance AUNQA. So far, 3 training programs including the International Studies, the English Language, and the English Language Teaching of UFLS UD have received the certification from the prestigious ASEAN University Network AUNQA. In the coming time, the Oriental Studies training program will also undergo a program assessment by the AUNQA. This motivates the other units to continue their self-assessment and gaining accreditation for all training programs as specified in the register roadmap. On the morning of March 2, 2022, Associate Professor Dr. Nguyễn Ngọc Vũ, member of the Municipal Parties Committee, Secretary of the UD Parties Committee, UD President, together with a delegation, came and worked with UFLS UD leaders on key tasks of the year 2022. On behalf of the university leaders, Associate Professor Dr. Trần Hữu Phúc, Secretary of the UFLS Parties Committee, Rector of UFLS UD, presented key tasks set out for year 2022. In 2021, despite the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, the university continued to function properly and produce good results. With an emphasis on digital transformation as one of the major goals of the training quality development, on the afternoon of February 23, 2022, University of Foreign Language Studies, the University of Đà Nẵng organized the workshop on draft plan for digital transformation for the period from 2021 to 2025. The workshop was aimed at raising the awareness among the university staff of the importance, opportunities, and challenges of digital transformation in the context of the 4.0 Industrial Revolution. Joining the jubilant TED atmosphere over the country on the morning of February 7, 2022, UFLS-UD held the first meeting of the Lunar New Year to honor new doctors and master degree holders in 2021. In a warm and exhilarating atmosphere, Associate Professor Dr. Trần Hữu Phúc, Rector of the University, delivered the spring message, wishing a happy and prosperous year of the tiger to all the staff and lecturers of the university. Let's start with the news on training, testing and assessment, and education quality assurance. On March 17, 2022, the University of Foreign Language Studies, the University of Đà Nẵng, in collaboration with the Institute of Graduate Education, An Giang University Korea, held the opening ceremony and orientation of the Korean language education program for spring semester in 2022. On behalf of the university leader, Dr. Huỳnh Ngọc Mai Kha expressed her welcome and support, saying that the university will always create enabling conditions for the Faculty of Korean Language and Culture to organize activities with the aim to improve language skills for students. On the morning of March 6, 2022, the University of Đà Nẵng organized the 2022 online admission information session. In this college admission season of 2022, UFLS-UD still offers 1,800 places with 5 admission options. This year, UFLS-UD plans to open a new major named English for E-commerce under the English Language Training Program and increase the number of places for the major of English for Communication. On the morning of March 4, 2022, UFLS-UD, in cooperation with the University of Chung-An in South Korea, held the opening ceremony for the online course KF eSchool. At the event, Associate Professor Dr. Trần Hữu Phúc, Rector of UFLS-UD, thanks the University of Chung-An and KF eSchool projects for their partnership with the university over the past 10 years. Their cooperation has made significant contributions to the development of the Korean major at UFLS-UD. On the morning of February 14, 2022, the preparatory work for campus reopening was actively carried out by UFLS-UD to welcome students back to study after a temporary suspension of in-person teaching due to COVID-19 pandemic. The preparatory work was centered on facilities and equipment, including classroom cleaning and disinfecting, installing essential equipment and devices, helping to meet the requirements of disease prevention and control, and to ensure safety for students on returning to the university. Literature teaching has always been a sharp focus in the training curriculum of universities of humanity and pedagogy. On the occasion of welcoming the Lunar New Year 2022, the talk show entitled Literature Teaching at UFLS-UD was held to assist students in understanding the beauty, delicacy, and essence of culture and languages of different nations. This was the first talk show in the activity series of the teaching of literature and cultures. Students had the opportunity to learn from the guests sharing experience and concerns in their teaching journey, which in turn helped students build up appropriate and practical methods for their literature study. On January 1, 2022, the Consultation Day on Study Roadmap for Achievement of ESSET English Proficiency Standards for students of University of Teacher Education UD was held online with the participation of a large number of the university's students. The consultation board included lecturers and staff from various faculties, departments, and specialized divisions within the university. During the consultation program, the consultants provided students with proper guidance as well as learning experience and methods which are suitable for their level. The students were also encouraged to focus more on technology application in their study and skill practice. On the morning of January 9, 2022, UFLS-UD, in cooperation with Victoria Wellington University, New Zealand, organized an online consultation session on a mission of the Joint Postgraduate Training Program of English Teaching Methodology, TESOL, which is resulted from the two university collaboration. Over the past years, UFLS-UD has established and developed cooperation with many universities and research institutes, educational and training institutions, and enterprises all over the world. Of these cooperations, New Zealand is one of the strategic partners, and New Zealand has been a study destination for a lot of UFLS lecturers and staff. Next is a series of news on cooperation, integration, and scientific research. On March 24, 2022, Associate Professor Dr. Trần Hữu Phúc, Rector of UFLS-UD, attended the meeting and signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Mr. Won Kwon Sot, Head of the Representative Office of the Overseas Career Education Office in Vietnam. Speaking at the signing ceremony, Associate Professor Dr. Trần Hữu Phúc, Rector of the University, said that over the years, UFLS-UD has established plenty of cooperative relationships with Korean partners. On this occasion, he would like to thank the Representative Office of the Overseas Career Education Office in Vietnam for supporting the organization of the Korean Language Proficiency Test, TOPIK. UFLS-UD, in collaboration with the Union of Friendship Organizations, the Vietnam-France Friendship Association in Da Nang City, and the French Institute in Da Nang, organized the 2022 Vietnam-France Cultural Exchange Program. The program took place with a variety of activities to attract lovers of French language and cultures. Participants, especially students, had the opportunity to exchange, connect, and share their understandings about the country, people, language, and culture of France. On the 25th of February 2022, the UFLS-UD, together with the University of Sakhon-Nakhon Ratchabat in Thailand, co-organized an international conference entitled Teachers' Competency Building to the New Normal Future. At the conference, UFLS-UD contributed one presentation, two lecturers served as submission reviewers, and one lecturer chairing one of the parallel sessions. This is the second time that the UFLS-UD cooperated with the University of Sakhon-Nakhon Ratchabat in organizing conferences. On the morning of March 3, 2022, UFLS-UD had the honor to welcome Ms. Oh Wee-hee, Secretary of Education Division, the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Ho Chi Minh City, and her assistant. At the meeting, Associate Professor Dr. Trần Hữu Phúc, Rector of UFLS-UD, thanks the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Ho Chi Minh City and Ms. Oh Wee-hee for supporting the university in expanding its network of relationships with foreign partners and creating opportunities of exchange, experience, and education for the university staff and students. On the morning of February 26, 2022, UD-UFLS, in collaboration with EHLE Academy, Japan, held a seminar on connecting the supply and demand of Japanese-speaking human resources. The seminar was organized to further strengthen linkages between the Japanese government and businesses and Vietnamese educational institutions, including UFLS-UD, to improve the quality of teaching and connect employers with students. In order to help students well-equipped for the Student Research Conference of the academic year 2021-2022, on the afternoon of March 16, 2022, UFLS-UD held the second Student Research Consultation. At the meeting, Associate Professor Dr. Nguyễn Ngọc Trinh, a senior lecturer from the Faculty of Russian UFLS-UD, talked about how to write and present a research paper. Following this, students' common mistakes in doing research were pointed out by the consultation panelists. The meeting ended with a question and answer session. With the aim of enhancing the skills of writing scientific articles for the university lecturers and staff, on the afternoon of January 14, 2022, the seminar on how to write scientific articles was held online with the presentation of Dr. Võ Thị Kim Anh, Vice Dean of the Faculty of English, UFLS UD. The seminar was attended by a huge number of lecturers and staff of the university. On the morning of January 13, 2022, the first consultation program on student scientific research was organized online by UFLS UD. The attending students received a comprehensive consultation of Dr. Ngũ Thiện Hùng, Lecturer of Faculty of English, on selecting research topics, research methodology, identifying research aims and objectives, and writing research questions. Here is the group of news on Human Resource Management, Trade Union, and the Veteran Association. On the morning of February 25, 2022, UFLS UD administered the 2021 examination to recruit staff for the university. The process of reviewing and checking application forms would meet the criteria adopted by the university. The recruitment steps are to ensure selection of the right candidates who have sufficient moral qualities, qualifications, working capacity, professional knowledge, and good mastery of guidelines, regulations, policies, and laws of the party and the state, contributing to the improvement of training and scientific research quality of UFLS UD. On the morning of February 23, 2022, UFLS UD organized the announcement ceremony of staff appointment for faculties and departments within the university. The purpose is to supplement and strengthen the management personnel for the Faculty of English, the Faculty of French, the Faculty of Russian, the Department of Facilities and Infrastructures, the Department of Testing and Educational Quality Assurance, and the Department of Administrative Affairs. On March 25, 2022, the meeting of UFLS UD Veteran Association, the fourth working term 2022-2027, took place at the meeting hall. The meeting successfully ended with the new appointment of the executive committee for this working term, including Mr. Đỗ Kim Thành and Mr. Nguyễn Đức Hòa. On the morning of March 5, 2022, the UFLS UD Labor Union held a talk show on COVID-19 pandemic prevention and health protection in the new normal. The talk show aimed to provide healthcare knowledge of all UFLS UD staff. It's part of a series of activities celebrating the International Women's Day, the 8th of March. Finally, we will look at student activities and outstanding students. On the 91st founding anniversary of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union on March 26, 2022, the 8th Congress of Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union, UFLS UD, term 2022-2024, took place in an exciting and youthful atmosphere. With great effort, democracy, and high responsibility, the Congress was a great success. It elected 23 outstanding members to the 8th Executive Committee of Ho Chi Minh Youth Union of the University of Foreign Language Studies, term 2022-2024, and approved the resolution with the action slogan, Humanity, Creativity, and Integration. On the afternoon of March 23, 2022, UFLS UD held the program Dialogue between Students and University Leaders for the academic year of 2021-2022 in the hybrid form of both offline and online meeting at the hall of the UFLS. This program is organized annually to create a direct communication forum between the university leaders and students, helping the university leaders grasp and promptly solve students' difficulties during their study at the university. On March 25, 2022, UFLS UD held a talk show with the topic, You Choose a Career or a Career Chooses You. Attending the talk show, there were two guest speakers, singer Ho Chung-dũng, visiting lecturer at University of Social Sciences and Humanities, Vietnam National University, Ho Chi Minh City, co-founder cum teacher at the German Center Cafe Deutsch, and journalist Hoàng Trần Tú Phương, head of the weekend Readers Department, Da Nang newspaper. The program is organized to share the guest speakers' stories, listen to different perspectives, and offer practical ones. Thereby, it can help the young who are still wondering about their careers to get a panoramic picture of their career choices and passions. On March 20th, 2022, the Faculty of Chinese, UFLS-UD, in collaboration with Internal Political Security Department, Da Nang Public Security, held the Career and Law Seminar for final year students of Cohort 18. Speaking at the opening of the seminar, Dr. Nguyễn Trúc Thuyên said that the Faculty of Chinese in particular and the university in general have focused on students' career orientation, especially skills in choosing suitable jobs to their capacity and expertise. Trần Khánh Nhi, a former student of the Japanese majors from the Faculty of Japanese, Korean, and Thai of UFLS-UD, currently known as the Faculty of Japanese Language and Culture, gained significant achievements in extracurricular as well as academic activities. Recently, on the 5th of March 2022, Khánh Nhi impressed the churches as well as the audience and won the second runner-up title at the Miss Tourism Da Nang 2022. On January 20th, 2022, UFLS promulgated Decision Number 126 on providing grants to students of the mainstream training programs and international students who were unable to return home for the traditional Tet holiday 2022. Following other student support activities, the university also offered a 5% reduction of tuition fee for the first semester, academic year 2021-2022, for 6,183 students with a total amount of over 2.2 billion Vietnam dong. This is the fourth consecutive semester that the university has implemented support policies to students with difficulties due to COVID-19 impact. As part of the activity series to celebrate the 72nd anniversary of Vietnamese Students' Day, on the morning of January 8, 2022, UFLS-UD Students Association organized an online workshop on startup idea development using business model canvas, attracting the participation of nearly 600 students of the university. The workshop offers students a chance to join in exciting activities to showcase their own viewpoint of startup issue. From the students' enthusiastic participation and response, UFLS-UD Student Association promised to conduct more useful programs to incentively and extensively spread learning spirit among students. On February 2nd, 2022, the 19th Russian Language Olympiad was held by the Russian Center for Science and Culture in Hanoi. 10 contestants of the Faculty of Russian who had been selected from the preliminary round at UFLS-UD officially entered the final round in Hanoi. 3 of these students had excelled in their writing and speaking tests to win the first prizes of the Olympiad, including Nguyễn Việt Hoàn, Class 21 CNN DL01, Hồ Thị Xuân Mai, and Lê Anh Thi, Class 21 CNN 01. This result has brought 3 prize winners the full scholarship for a 5-year study in Russia in the majors they have chosen. This is the end of the news broadcast of UFLS channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you again.